Hello, beautiful people of YouTube. So today I want to talk to all of you about clout. Yes, you heard that right, clout. What does it mean and why people are chasing it? It seems like a lot of people these days are caught up in popularity, in fame, numbers, views, likes. What is it about having clout that is so appealing to everyone? So let's just start with the basic definition of clout. So Google defines it as, being influential or powerful, especially in politics or business. And it really makes sense why this is a case for a lot of people, because as human beings, we want to be known. We want to feel important enough that people will respect us and listen to us. But even more so than just being known, humans have like this craving to almost be superior to other people, because a lot of us struggle with our own insecurities and doubts as it is. We then want to elevate ourselves above other people, finding their weaknesses or their flaws to make us look and feel better about ourselves. So a synonym for clout that also came up on Google is dominance or advantage. So this goes back to that thing of wanting to feel superior to other people. So when you are in a place where you can be over someone, then that gives you more clout because you are now up here and you place them down here. So we are constantly chasing things that can make us feel like we're on top. The most followers, the most likes, the most awards, the highest grades, the biggest accomplishments, whatever it is, we are constantly chasing the things that we think bring our name clout. So there are those who are humbly successful, and unfortunately these are the people that you don't really hear much about, or you don't really see them a lot because they're not doing what they do for recognition. They're doing it because they're passionate. And don't get me wrong, clout chasers are not lacking passion, but their motivations are different. They're motivated by the numbers or the popularity or the fame, whereas these other people are purely motivated by the passion for their craft. People are prideful, so if you can get recognized and elevate your position to make you feel superior, most people would say that you'd be crazy not to. The problem with this is all sort of a show and a mask, and it's fake. The thing with people who chase clout is that their authenticity is often lost in the shuffle of putting on this performance or this show that they are more influential or more powerful than they actually are. And that's the thing, a lot of people who have clout or who you think have clout, it's really self-made and self-built. If you talk to a lot of people, there's really not a lot of people surrounding them that are elevating them. They're elevating themselves to that position because they're hungry for that sort of influence and power. The version of themselves that these people are portraying, although it's lavish and appealing, this is what sucks people in. This is what takes someone who wasn't seeking to be elevated in their position or in their passion, and all of a sudden they see someone else and they're like, well, now they're getting all these people, and now they're famous and they have all these followers and they have all these likes, like I want that now too, because now you feel like you're less important, or what you're doing or your passions aren't as great as theirs. Again, the problem with this is it's lacking authenticity. Do you know how many people have said to me, Nicole, if you would just change your content, like you'd get more views. Nicole, like maybe instead of talking to the camera and you go out and do something, like more people would watch. And it's tempting. It's so tempting to hear that and be like, you know what, maybe I should change my content. Maybe I should do this instead, because I'm equating more views to like a higher success or a higher level of people wanting to listen to me. And they're again equating the views to, oh, people think I'm influential, they care about my opinion, they're gonna listen to me. But here's the thing, changing that content is going to come at a price, because now I am losing myself to gain something that in all reality is pretty temporary and not all that important. Ego and pride will tell you to jump on the bandwagon and go where the success is, but at what price? What you'll notice about people who aren't chasing clout is they're not worried about the numbers or the popularity or, packing venues. They are worried about the individual, what the individual will experience, the opportunity and growth for that person. So if you want to avoid being a clout chaser or stop being one, you need to kind of evaluate two things. One of them, I would say, is to think more in the mindset of who are you doing this for, not what am I doing this for. There again, going back to the idea of you're not doing it for numbers, but you're doing it for the individual's experience, whatever you are putting out there for someone to take in and take a hold of. The second thing then is going back to the quote unquote success. How are you defining that? There again, if you are going to define success by numbers and revenues, then okay, I guess that's your version of success, then do whatever you need to do to make that happen. But if you're going to view success more on what is one person possibly going to get from this? How am I going to impact even just a couple people by saying what I say and doing what I do? That puts more into perspective how you should go about your passions in your craft, and then that eliminates that desire to chase clout when you are instead chasing how you are maybe just affecting, like I said, one or a couple people instead of, thousands and millions. If you want to think in smaller terms instead of bigger, it's not that you're putting yourself in a box saying you can't reach that many people or impact that many people, but it's that you're okay if you do and you're okay if you don't. For me, doing this vlog now for a couple months, yeah, I could get 20,000 views on a video maybe if I do some silly, like fun game with my friends. Not that that's bad. Or maybe if I did like a music reaction video for something, yeah, I could get a ton of views. Or I could do content like this and maybe get 100 views. To me though, it's putting into perspective, like I just said, if my content can be relevant and relatable and help one person, then me getting 100 views over me getting 20,000 is worth it. And here's an important thing to remember. People who want clout will do anything to get it. They will cheat, they will lie, they will backstab, they will beg. Offset was right in his song, okay guys? They will do anything for clout. So this is not just, to draw attention to the subject. If you are someone who is maybe starting to chase clout more than your original passion or pursuit, but also for those of you who are friends with or in your inner circle or your co-worker, whatever it may be, if you are around someone's orbit who is chasing clout, I'm just putting it out there to be kind of on your toes and in the back of your mind, think, are they, maybe going to ask you for something like a favor and not really do anything in return? Are they trying to take advantage of you? And I'm not saying that this is everyone, and I'm not saying that it's bad to want to build yourself up or build your business or your craft. None of that is bad. But what I'm saying is people who become, almost like greedy for this attention and this influence and power, drunk with power, it's a real saying. When they get like that, there's really no telling who they might throw under the bus and when they might do it. So to all of you, in that type of person's orbit, not saying that they will, but just, be on your guard and keep on your toes, because they will do anything for clout. And listen, if this video is resonating with you and you're like, holy crap, I've been chasing numbers instead of, originally why I started this out, it's okay. A lot of us get caught up in it, but let's try to create a culture where we're like, okay, whoa, I need to take a couple steps back. I need to humble myself, and I need to realize that I'm chasing clout instead of meaning and passion. And, try to stop and think about why you started what you started in the first place. Because again, it can get discouraging really fast when you see other people doing something similar to you and they're having all this seemingly big success and you're not. Just remember why you did what you did in the first place and just keep going. If you believe in it and you're passionate about it, that's all that matters at the end of the day. All right, y'all, and in typical vlog fashion, I want to end today with a quote. I wrote this one myself when, thinking about this vlog. And it says, many people like being at the top because then they feel that everyone is beneath them. What they fail to recognize is those beneath them are the same ones supporting them. Take advantage of that and they will leave, which is going to leave you either at the top alone or collapsing to the bottom. All right, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please leave anything and everything in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to my channel right below this video. Click that red button so you can catch all of the content coming up. And as always, popping up on my screen right now is my social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Please be sure that you follow me to keep up with what's going on. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next week.